It is May 15th at 12:28 in the afternoon. This is beginning of the third week of me riding from this point here to that point right up around there somewhere. I'm feeling better about the ride. I was overjoyed that I had my blood pressure taken at the end of the second week, and it was 10 points lower. It was right around 160 something over 124 or something like that. I was grateful for the improvements, and I was starting to feel better about riding. Not that I was taking it more seriously, but I could see some slight improvement in my health. So it is Saturday today, so let's get to the ride. A nice slow ride, nice and easy. 150 feet, that's all that I needed, just to get in the groove of continuously riding every day. It is slightly colder or cooler than normal. It's not cold. It's cool at the moment, and for the next 5 days, the weatherman says we are going to be below normal temperatures, which is strange for me because this should be 80 to 85 degrees outside right now, and it's probably just now pushing 70, which is slightly cool but feels okay. So let's wrap it up, and I'll see you tomorrow. If I can do this, so can you. It is Sunday, May 16th at 12:16 in the afternoon. This is the third day this week that I am attempting to ride from here, right there, up to there. And I was asked about what things I have stopped eating, or what things people should stop eating or eat instead of what they are doing now. And I am telling you to stop nothing. Your body will tell you when to stop doing something. Like, I was eating almost a half a gallon, quart or gallon? No, almost half a gallon, one of those big buckets of ice cream a night. And after I started doing this continuously for a month or a month and a half, eating a half a gallon of ice cream at night and then going out to ride from here to there made me feel lethargic. And my body started telling me, hey, don't do that anymore if you want to ride that distance. Your body will let you know what's okay to eat and not to eat. I still eat some of the most horriblest foods out there, and I am still stick thin. I hate to admit it, but I am. And that was never my goal. So, your body will let you know. I eat pizza, I eat all the horrible things, and I still lose weight, or still maintain my shape. As you can hear, that's not a lot of fat on there. There's some, but not a lot of fat on there. Eat whatever you like. Your body will let you know. So let's get to the ride. That's it. My ride's done for the day. That's all it takes. It's becoming easier and easier to ride to the top of that hill now. It's not a walk in the park, but after 3 weeks, it's starting to become slightly easier to do. And the main goal is to do it every day. And if I can do it every day, you can do it every day. See you tomorrow. It is May 17th at 12:50 in the afternoon. I know I am running late. I had a meeting run long, and I have these geese again. And they won't go back to Canada. But that's no excuse for not doing the ride from there up to there, which we're going to do now. Today is Monday. I already said that. So let's get to the ride. Decently warm today. People are out mowing the grass. I got ducks or geese everywhere. And it's becoming really simple, easy to ride up the hill. It only takes about a minute, minute 30. And who doesn't have a minute 30 out of their day to go for the ride? If I can do this, you can do this. See you tomorrow. It is Tuesday, May 18th at 6 minutes after 12, and I am back at it, and I want to share some personal feelings about this ride that I am recreating. I never looked forward to this. I'd be driving home from work thinking, oh, I gotta go riding, and was not looking forward to getting home and going riding, although it's only about a minute's worth of ride, maybe a minute and a half at the time. I just have to keep telling myself it's only a minute and a half worth of ride, and that's all I've got to do. I just got to make it to that top of that hill and come back down. Because if I come up with excuses not to ride it, then tomorrow an excuse will be easier to come up with. So that's the reason why I have to do it every day. So let's get to the ride. That's it, the ride's done. That's all I need to do today. I overcame my excuses. It's about a minute, minute and a half worth of a ride, and it's done. If I can do it, you can do it. See you tomorrow. It is May 19th at 23 after 12, and it is Wednesday. And I'm going to attempt the ride again from here to up there, as all you guys know, where I'm pointing up there, to all you guys know. And there is no excuses to not do this. It's a Almost a perfect day outside. It's a slight breeze, but it's almost a perfect temperature. There are clouds in the sky, if you can see that, but not many. And perfect temperature, and it's great to go for a ride, one of the benefits. So let's get to the ride. The ride is done. It is perfect day outside, and there's absolutely zero excuses on why not to. Now, you may have picked a time of the day where it becomes not a great day to go ride, but that's also not an excuse. There are no excuses. If I can do this ride every day, you can do this ride every day. I'll see you tomorrow. It is Thursday, May 20th, at 20 minutes after 12. And this is my continuation of my ride from here to up there. It's a near perfect day, slightly cloudy, not too cloudy, but it is the near perfect temperature outside. There's a slight breeze, which is keeping it a little cool. So there is absolutely no excuse to not go riding today. So let's get to the ride. An absolute perfect day for a ride. Temperature is nice and cool, not hot, sun's out, kind of a little cloudy, keeping things not blistering hot outside. It should be blistering hot today, this afternoon. So, the more I do this ride to the top of the hill, the easier it is becoming for my legs. I know I'm recreating this, but I'm recreating it for you. And this is what I did when I first started riding, to get me riding all the time. And it was starting to become less of a hassle, and I'm hoping that's what it becomes for you too. You also, not you two, the band. I thought about increasing the distance at this time, but don't. Keep with what you know you can do. Just continue on doing from here to the top of the hill. And that's it for your ride. You're done. See you tomorrow. Is Monday, May 21st at 29 minutes after 12. And this is my ride. This is the end of the week for my ride from here on up to the end of the street, up the hill, up to the end of the street there. I was asked in the last video or so of what kind of bicycle should I be riding to start with. The cheapest one you can find, if not for free. You don't want to spend $2,000 on a bicycle that you're going to ride for 3 or 4 times and then it's going to end up in your garage sitting there for the next 10 years. No. The purpose of these rides is to start riding every day and do it on a bicycle that you don't spend any money on or as cheap as possible. I was given a bicycle to start doing this, and I rode that probably for the first year before I spent any money on a bicycle, and that bicycle was about $300 that I spent, and I rode that for the next 2 or 3 years before I outgrew that bicycle. So if you're going to start riding like you should every day, find a bicycle as cheap as possible or even free to start this. That's how you do that. I was also asked something, oh yeah, bicycle computers. I actually have the one that I started with me at the moment, but I didn't start using a bicycle computer probably for the first 2 or 3 years, because the purpose of this is to start riding every day, not to measure how far you're going, how well you're doing, how much time that you're, how much less time that you're doing this now. Let me get the computer that I have here. This is the computer that I started with, and I used this probably for the first 2 or 3 years. And all it does is measure the rotation of your tire and the amount of time that you've been riding. But I didn't use this at all for the first 2 years because, as I said, the purpose is to do it every day, and this has nothing to do with doing it every day. So, hopefully those have answered the 2 questions. A bike as cheap as possible, and don't worry with a bicycle computer probably for the first year or 2, because as harsh as this may seem, this is going to be difficult for a starting bicycle rider probably for the first year or 2 until you start branching out and doing 2 or 3 miles at the time. And if you're not doing a mile, then what's the point of trying to see if you can do it 30 seconds quicker? So let's get to today's ride. That's it. My ride's done. This is the end of the 3rd week too. And by the end of the 3rd week, this riding up the hill, I don't believe was that difficult for me as it was when I first started 3 weeks ago. It was still getting towards the end of October and getting cold, and I wasn't considering extending this ride, probably for another month. You should stick with this, even though it's only 150 feet. Maybe slightly more, maybe slightly less. Until you feel that this is almost a waste of time just to ride the 30 seconds up the hill. For me, it was still 1.5 minutes to ride up there and come back. Your body will tell you when you need to extend it further. But that probably won't be for 2-3 months down the road if you are doing this every day. Now, I did stop at the end of November because it started getting really cold, and I picked it back up the end of January, beginning of February the next year. But I do believe there was days in December that I did just go out and ride up the hill just to do it. I know it wasn't every day, but I promised myself I would start back. The point is, I can't stress enough, is to do it every day. As little as it is, just do it every day. I'll see you tomorrow. Or I'll see you in the next video.